They came to us trying to solve a problem, and that's oil spills. Currently, what they do to clean up those oil spills is they'll send remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, to survey the area. Once they find where the oil is located, they'll send down divers. And what they'll be equipped with vacuum hoses that are connected to the surface, and they'll literally walk through the oil and vacuum it up. In walking along the oil, they actually often block their entire vision. They can't see what they're doing. So what they have to do is rely on hearing and the vibrations of the actual hose to determine whether or not they're sucking up oil or water. So what Seaimagine would like to do is replace the diver with a submarine. And they'll have a robotic arm that's manipulated by the submarine operator. And the robotic arm will connect to the nozzle and the pipe, which go to the surface in a vacuum at the top.
What Seaimagine has tasked us with is designing, developing, and demonstrating a feedback system that's based off of sensor technologies that will take that same sensory information and transport it to the operator within the submarine, as well as possibly enhancing the operation of the vacuum system by providing information maybe not attainable through just basic senses. One of the big parts of this project was developing and delivering a prototype, which we have here today, that's based off of technology that does indeed interpret when oil is being recovered through a vacuum system.
This last test that we did was to check our ultrasonic sensor, and what it does is it sends a quick pulse, and then it times how long that pulse takes to travel across the tube. And the idea is that when you're sucking in different materials, namely oil or seawater or fresh water, you'll be able to tell the difference in the time it takes for that pulse to travel across the tube. So what we did here is we have a little setup. We had pure water. We started sucking that through our tube. We measured how long it took for that pulse to be sent. Then we switched to molasses, which is our oil substitute, and measured how long it took for that to be sent. And we were then checking to see if our ultrasonic sensor was able to detect the difference between the two. And if it did, it turns on a little LED light to let whoever's operating the submarine know you're getting oil, you're no longer getting water.
So this is our user interface as we have it right now. As you can see, the temperature is at 20 degrees Celsius, which is about room temperature in here. And the 3 LEDs up top are the flow meter. So green indicates that there's good flow. If something obstructs the tube and the flow decreases, you'll go to yellow and then to red. The light here is the LED indicator for the sonar sensor. So it'll light up and flash when there is non-water material running through the tube.
This is the robotic manipulator that Seaimagine is going to place on the front of their submarine. Our tube is going to go down the side here, and then the nozzle will be in this area. The robotic manipulator allows the user to sweep back and forth with the nozzle, which allows them to suck up oil more efficiently. They can also adjust the height from the seafloor depending on the depth of the oil.
These are the results from the test that we just did with the ultrasonic sensor. Right here, it's just picking up pure water, and so it's a fairly, there's noise within it, but it's a fairly constant time duration. And then you see a switch to the molasses, and the time for the signal changes dramatically. It's going kind of insane because it depends on how much molasses you're picking up at a given time. So as I was going across it with the vacuum, I was getting different amounts of molasses, and that's why you see it going up and down there. And then I returned to pure water again, and the signal got pretty clean. So that shows that our sensor's working. You see clean signal, disturbance area where you're getting something that's non-water, and then water again. So the operator could easily tell the difference between the two.
The beautiful thing about Clinic is you want to tap into their imagination, and it's fantastic. These kids, all the lights are on, they're paying attention, they're thinking, and they sit there and there'll be a quiet moment, and there's something churning, and you come back the next week and they come up with something else. And the Clinic project really opens that door up, and I think it goes both ways. You got to throw it out their way and say, look, I'm not here to solve your problem. Think, just figure it out. But I think in the whole process, everybody really absorbed it well. They really figured what the objective was, and I found that exciting because I knew the team members, they knew what we were after, but it's pure exploration. You're looking for it, you don't know where it is, but you know what you're looking for, and that's a key thing. They really were focused what we're trying to have.